Tonight, G.R.I.M Paranormal heads to Wilton Maine, a small Maine town with plenty of paranormal activity. It is the home of Maine giantess Miss Sylvia Heart. Standing nearly 7 foot 11 inches tall, she once toured with P.T. Barnum. Also home to the Bass Shoe Factory that operated for 94 years in town, employing hundreds of people. The Bass Company built this building, now home to the Wilton Farm Museum, where we'll be doing our investigation tonight. Once the boarding house for mill workers, many believe some never left.
This house was is a family home originally, back when they owned a lumber mill right next door on the property. In the early 1900s, Mr. George Bass wanted this spot for his third largest factory. We've had two before on Main Street. And they traded this house with Mr. Fuller, who owned the house, for a house up on Bass Hill. And Mr. Bass used this from then on as their employee Bass boarding house. So people would stay here during the week, go home during the weekend. They rode their horses or buggies into town. Down underneath you won't go there. There's a totally different entrance that we have. We found a hay rack that's been there we don't know how long.
Mm-hmm. So what's a hay rack?
It's a giant wagon with sides to hold hay as they chop it up, and they before they had those lovely little round balers. Right. They had a pitchfork, and somebody pitched it into the wagon.
So what's a pitchfork? No, I'm just kidding.
I can show you what a pitchfork. And no. So the Historical Society took this building over maybe in the 1970s. The Bass family gave it to us after what, probably anything to get rid of us. And we've been using it as a museum ever since then.
You know, we have had so many kids come through that never knew what old things look like. Yeah. You know, the last class we had, there was one group of 75 kids in here, all at once. And they were just so funny. They were like, "Can we take a picture of the monster?" And I'm like, "The monster? Yeah, the giantess upstairs."
The monster.
So what was her name? Go ahead.
Well, Sylvia Heart. Yeah. And go ahead. You can tell her about that.
She's upstairs.
Yeah, you'll see.
So you have to be nice to her.
So how tall was she?
She's 7'11".
7'10" or 7'11", yeah.
Yeah. And
400 pounds at least.
She was born right down the street from here in Wilton. She was in the P.T. Barnum circus, and her best friend was Tom Thumb, which lived in the area also. But the funniest thing that is there a few years ago, we took her out of the building and down to the fair and stood her up, and we had a paranormal group in doing the research and stuff, and they said, she told us something about going to the fair and having a great time, and we were just like...
These people didn't know us at all. Wow. That's what I say, I don't tell you much of what we find.
We've had police departments calls, and they've come in with their guns, and we have to remind them we're a museum because, we're up in the hick towns, and we've had one officer very frightened because he walked in and didn't listen to what I said, and walked in and saw all these mannequins. And
so how many holes do they have?
I had to go rescue the poor guy. I don't think thank God he lives right over here near the Main Street, so he could go change his clothes. And said the same thing. They told me, yeah, third floor center is going off. I'm like, okay. And then she called back and she said, no, it's the meeting room and back hall. And I said, well, you know what that means. They're walking around or getting something to eat or playing downstairs. We'd come in and the chairs would be moved and things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Electricity's drained from the lights a lot.
The best thing that I could when I first started, that TV would be always turned on with no one turning it on and no one seeing it until we finally found out that, you know, they were watching it. They were watching it.
So what are some of the claims? I mean, obviously you guys had those experiences. Have visitors seen things, heard things, or?
They felt things. They haven't seen things because, you know.
Some people will feel things.
Yeah.
Some people feel coldness in a room. One room in particular. I won't tell you which
Yeah,
one.
we won't tell you that.
We have to be careful. We want to tell you all this stuff.
Gary, depending on the room will depend on what the spirits will allow them to, you know, connect with and stuff.
Now, when you go through, you want all the lights off, don't you?
Yep.
So just turn them off in each room.
Okay.
Oh, it's behind that bullet, for instance. Fire equipment.
Is that really bright still?
Oh,
Right.
where's the guy with muscles?
Damien?
Damien!
Damien, come here. I want to look this.
Hold on. Let me get this on camera.
I was rearranging things one day and I go, well, I want that on there. Okay, lift that thing up.
Where to put your
Great.
Let's go. Team Oz good.
Oh. That's
Doesn't take
insane.
away the thing.
May I try?
Go right ahead.
Shocked. I thought I was gonna have to try over.
That didn't see, Damien. That didn't take anything for you? He was
Well,
not.
I pulled thinking it was a lot heavier, and it wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Look at the old skate. Wait till you see the skate. I don't know how many, anybody ever.
My parents don't care though.
Okay, so okay, we'll leave the lights on from every place. This was a water main. Now this room is too short to hold Sylvia.
So you put her up to the skylight.
So when the kids come in, I set this down maybe here and show her how to move.
Oh, wow.
See, when you come on that one step, she was real tall.
Do you still have her?
When she was born, she had a twin brother, but he died quite quickly. And she was normal size till teenage years.
Do you know what his name is without telling me what his name is?
Who?
Her twin brother?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we ever knew that.
Okay.
Don't be hard stuff.
Well, no, I was thinking if we had a name
You
come
knew
up.
it and didn't tell us.
And don't tell us.
We'll make them sure they identify themselves. Say, are you Sylvia's brother?
Yeah.
So one of these, and we had a young sculptor make a plaster of her face. I made a body out of chicken wire. And as she got older, her face got more distorted with that giantism. This is one of my favorite pictures of her because she's very young and she was still pretty handsome. When the kids came up, they asked us the cutest questions. And some kids would say, did she get married? And I said, no, the dating pool was quite sparse when she was a girl.
So she wasn't on Match.com the same.
They made cloth for the Jeeps. So they had a wartime contract. But then after the wars, they lose business.
So where was this mill?
This was down, I don't know which way you came in. It's on close up to where Dutch Street is. Do you know, did you come in that way? You came from...
He's from Wilton, so he.
Oh, you're from...
Church over there, yes.
Yeah.
One raised.
Yeah, it's right now it's being demolished. They keep finding asbestos and stop demolishing, and they just go back and forth. But that was another big employer in town. I love these
Spindles.
spins. Yeah. This gentleman, sweet old man, showed his sheep all of his life. And these are all the ribbons he won over the years, and his sweet wife tatted them and put them all together.
Oh, she's so much nicer now.
Isn't that nice? I would do that for anybody.
Okay.
Wouldn't do that for any. This is another quite loved famous farmer and his wife. That's up the back of these beautiful farm. Whoever owns it now.
Oh, we drove by that actually.
Wow.
This is the military room.
Yeah, she was very proud of her.
As she should have been.
She tells people she served the war in the Bronx, but the women took over the men's job so they could go fight the war. So, yeah, this is, and this was a friend of hers who was in the wax. This was
Is this the room that you have stuff going on in?
I'm not telling you anymore.
It feels different in here. If you stand in the middle of that room.
He's already
If
feeling
you're-
it.
yeah, if
He's already feeling it, so.
If you got her, he did it with his
Following you. I'll try it out later.
This is a bottle one of the people that gave us, Mr. McKean donated the whole collection. Or his family did after he died.
Oh, you're awesome.
We're right now trying
This
to
is
put
awesome.
bulb, LED bulbs.
I love how you guys have these
Isn't that beautiful?
the glass walls.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you eventually down the road could do that with everything. That way kids aren't touching it and bothering it. And,
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful one.
you know, kids like this guy.
As you see, we haven't touched them size-wise for the people who lived here. There were some really tiny bedrooms when you go up on the third floor. These are all handmade, hand-tatted aprons, just gorgeous things. A lot of people come in and say, oh, my grandmother used to cook on this stove. Because this would have been a summer stove that used outside. It was so hot in the houses. They tried to have a summer kitchen.
That is awesome. I never heard that before.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. That's the
So it's like today's grill.
Well, and the possibility
pretty
of
much.
the house catching fire was very, very big. This was how about when people, you see people come in and put things back in raw. It's just like, This would have been, this large bedroom is the only size in the house. This would have been the manager of the bed and breakfast boarding house. And she could hear them coming up the stairs at night if they were a little tipsy.
Damien.
This looks pretty good.
What's she keep saying about you? So I love this room. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this wicker wheelchair is a real find. We took her to the fair with us too. She didn't tell us whether she liked it or not. She's very quiet.
What?
Yeah, she's always very quiet. She didn't say much.
Yeah.
Look at going down the
Yeah, I'll
stairs.
go up the stairs here.
I can tell you that.
Wallpaper. Just add it to my list. This is where we've got the children's room. Oh, I can't tell you about everything.
It's okay.
This is hard.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the children's room. Go and look in it.
You can't have just one story.
No.
I could, but
We had no lights in it.
no. And we're not planning on it.
Okay, yeah. That doll is creepy.
Yes, this whole room is creepy. I felt funny walking in it. Maybe it's
Sailor Suit one by Howard.
Is your heart racing?
Aren't those cute?
When I walked into that room, I go Sharpie.
This one.
After he died.
Those are the button shoes. Those
So
are
somebody
my-
died in here?
No. Someone like lived here for many years.
Oh, really?
No.
They worked here?
Yeah, like grandparents.
Do you feel anything? Except for me hitting you.
And I checked.
Well, Shelly and I
That's a
felt
hint.
like
Pam,
in this room here, like our heart was beating faster or
Oh,
whatever.
the children's room?
The children's
Yeah.
room. Nothing so much out here.
you will feel more out here. From the children's room out here you'll find a lot.
And the hall's pretty active, I think.
And you might see things fly by you. Awesome. That was
So we want a camera in this area. Did you hear that?
No, they gotta work for that.
Might hear what?
I said, oh, good.
That means we've plugged up the holes. But the,
I
all
don't like
the
that.
track lighting is just,
You don't like
it's
that
just,
line there?
him. I found out how he gets up to the attic now.
oh, up here?
He doesn't go through the
There's
closet.
another
I can't wait to
one.
watch this weightlifter run out the door like a scared little girl.
Which room?
You can carry.
Where's he coming? Oh, I thought still in that room, that's why you might take them in, they might find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I want to see it all.
fine.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think that it's the house itself, or do you feel like there's things that were brought into the house that
I think it's
attachments?
both. I think some of those things are from people that used to live here years ago, and then as they started bringing things in, and people, having accidents and stuff, so
Right. So
changed.
has anyone ever died in this house that we know of?
That hasn't been confirmed yet, but we've been told.
So like an urban legend, someone passed away.
We've been told that a few people have. As you go upstairs and do your research, you'll find, hopefully, my two friends.
All right. Hello? Where's the thing that was this?
Yeah.
No? You want me to touch this? Edna? Can you tell me your name? Oh, here's my... Look. Shine them.
Are you trying to touch Travis?
Can you tell us your name? Shout out loud, we're having a hard time hearing you. Found it? What did you find? You said that.
Sound like you said found it again. Sounds like
Found
your
it?
voice.
Found it. Jeff? Do you not like all these people in your house? Isaac, come on. You scared them, but that's alright.
Turn that flashlight off. I see you trying.
Oh, a little brighter. Can you turn it the other way? Turn it off? Yes?
You try to turn it off for us?
Were you the manager of the buildings? That's why you have this room?
Did you do a lot of sewing in this room? Did you make...
Who's that?
Did you make...
Who's that?
Who's that?
You said not good?
What was that? What was that?
Try really hard. Can you tell us what your last name is?
You're having a rough time with this.
Were those your gloves and hats? They're lovely. What was that? Are you trying to turn that light back on? Turn it on as bright as it'll go.
Why do you stay here? How did you die?
Fall? Is that what that's it? Fall? I got it. Did you just say you fell? There was a lady voice that came through. Can you tell us again how you died?
Damien said he wouldn't be touched before he leaves tonight, so if you put on the stairs, tap Damien on the shoulder, we'd love that.
Okay. That would make our night.
Ready? What you guys
talking to us? Any of you?
Well, I'll never know.